Alright, hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Monster Prom, second term DLC here on Bite Size Beefs, and today we're going to be going and finding out what happens when we buy some very weird drugs. So, with this ending, it's going to be much like the other endings. If you want to go ahead and get it in a short game, you're going to need to rack up a bunch of money beforehand, which means you're going to need at least two of the money options to start off with. But today we're going to go with green, we're going to go with beef, and we should be alright to start with. So the meta drugs aren't any regular drugs. This should blow this whole thing wide open, and we don't know how. However, I will be cutting here until we get the proper amount of questions for the quiz so we can jump right in to getting the really weird drugs. Okay, so we got our two money options right off the gate, and I don't think I've ever stated exactly why it's important that you get two money off the gate, but it's because it starts you out with 9 money, which means you only have to go to the library once, and that puts you at 11 money, which is more than you'd need for most of the secret ending items, and it also helps reduce on the fact that if you do maybe make a bad mistake in the first one, you're only going to lose 1 money, and you don't rely on RNG to get that additional money, because you can go ahead and only start with 7 money, then go to the library, and maybe Vera will be there if you prime it right, and you'll get one of the options that makes it so you can get money. You can sort of prime it that way, but it's not always a guarantee, and then you're down a few days, because in a short game, you've got very limited, space. So that's just why I always say start out with 2 money options. You don't have to, but it's just the way that helps bar you from getting too much RNG in your runs. You can easily cut down a lot of the RNG by just starting the game off with it, then, going in for the first 2 or 3 days and then realizing you can't do it, because then you waste more time. But
you're trying to focus on your own love life, but the sloppy makeout sounds coming from Violet and Tate are making it difficult.
How do they make out?
Ugh, take that somewhere else. My sneaks will never be able to digest their food if they have to watch this disgusting display.
Yeah, and my fanfiction muse is running for the hills. How am I supposed to write romance when the two of you are making it look so unappealing?
No surprise, you're alone.
I love that. No surprise, you're alone. I love it. Well, sounds like somebody is a little bit jealous of our amazing, perfect, wonderful relationship. We're not bothering anyone. You commented on my fanfiction, still not as romantic as Every Day with My bae, and then a bunch of heart eye emojis and stars, and also the kimono emoji? Why did you comment the kimono emoji?
You see, Zoe, this is why it's better to be a strong, independent nightmare creature. Terrifying women terrify women.
You don't know what you're talking about. Beef, you're always trying to romance your classmates in various unlikely ways. Shut up, you don't know me. It's a couple versus a pair of people who don't understand the joys of being in a couple. Go on and be the tiebreaker.
Well, if Zoe and Vera don't want to be in a relationship, it's gonna be hard to get them in a relationship with you. Time to convince one of them.
Vera, historically, the only reason why people married was tactical alliances and increasing the wealth of both families. So really, marriages are a great way of solidifying and increasing power and material gain. Could be money, could be smarts. Zoe, when you're in a relationship, you can do silly couples costumes. Yeah, that's creativity. We don't have that, so bam!
Your idiocy gave me food
no.
poisoning.
Marriage for love isn't a lie. Love is wonderful. That's not at all.
That is by far the best argument I've ever heard. Violet and Tate, you may be brainwashed by a series of never-ending heteronormative rom-coms, but if you woke up to the reality of the world, you would realize your alliance is weak as shit and you're vulnerable as hell.
I'm not proud of it, but I spent a long time exploiting people's weaknesses to take over various dimensions, and you two do seem pretty vulnerable.
What a parasite!
We are not vulnerable. We're in love.
That has been...
You have raised a truly excellent point, Beef. You just might make for a smart alliance yourself. Maybe someday we'll make a point to check each other's bank balances and lists of assets. Holy fuck, checking balances and asset lists are basically second base for Vera. You gain +2 charm and +1 boldness. Awesome, bro.
So unfortunately, I believe that Valerie doesn't have the drugs available just yet. I think she has them available tomorrow. You have to wait till the 3rd day, the 3rd or 4th day. So what we're going to do is we're not going to sit with her, and we're actually going to sit with... Oh, no, wait, no, everybody here is main cast. I was going to say, we're going to sit with the 3rd base people, but they're not here. There's no 3rd person, it's Valerie. So why don't we just go ahead and sit with Vera and Scott, because we like Vera and Scott.
As you approach the table, you see Vera delicately lifting a forkful of quinoa to her mouth. She brings lunch from home when...
Food fork 6, 8, who do we deliciate? Eating, yay, eating!
Scott, what on earth are you doing?
I'm cheerleading you to help you be the best eater in the whole school.
What caused this obsession with cheerleading me through mundane activities that require no cheerleading? Ugh.
Everything requires cheerleading, silly. That's why we have cheerleaders for our cheerleaders. But I can see my cheerleading's not working. You haven't eaten anything yet.
That's because you keep startling me with your damn cheerleading. I can't eat when I'm startled. Ugh. Don't you know snakes are very skittish?
No, that can't be it. I must not be cheerleading hard enough. Hey, friend, maybe you can help me. The problem is obviously that we aren't dressed up as a giant salad. No, that's not the issue. You shouldn't be cheering for Vera to eat the food. You should be cheering for the food to get eaten by Vera in the walk-in freezer. Go away, Scott. That's one of my favorite options in this whole game. Oh, duh! It's just like when we cheer for the other team to lose instead of cheering for our team to win.
Yes, I invented that cheerleading strategy. It gives us a huge psychological edge against teams that hate losing.
I'm gonna go try it right now. Those vegetables are gonna get so inspired.
Scott runs off to the kitchen to inspire the vegetables. You can still hear his muffled shouting from the back, but it's not that bad.
That has
Thanks,
been
now I can finally enjoy this
quite pleasing.
quinoa and baby tears salad without unwanted encouragement. For the next week, all the cafeteria food seems extremely eager to get in your mouth. Cheerleading really works.
Nice. But we're not looking for veggies in our mouth. We're not looking for some cheerleading. We are looking to go to the bathroom and buy
What's
some
up?
really weird freaking drugs. Are they here? Are they here yet? Oh man, they aren't even here yet? Oh, don't even tell me they ain't here yet. I guess it was one day too early. I was hoping it'd be like a whole cool bathroom thing. But doesn't look like the weird drugs are in here, but the reverse Romanian Wilkinson mask is here. I still haven't done that ending. So we'll have to bug her again tomorrow morning. So I guess it's like the dawn of the second day, if you want to refer to it as that in the short game. So we'll actually have to go to the library, which is the other great place to buy drugs in school. I have no idea if that's even true, but here we go. Now she definitely has the very weird drugs. I know there are so many drugs at this school it gets boring after a while, but believe me, this shit is something else. So let's go ahead and snag it. You know what? All profits are donated to a good cause. Spoiler alert, the good cause is buying me a new phone. Sweet. Stuff's gonna get really weird, and I hope y'all are ready, because it's gonna happen like 1, 2, 3 in a row. So why don't we go see the Interdimensional Prince, because he's always cool.
You're just trying to enjoy a meal in peace when space untwists itself to reveal the interdimensional douchebag.
Greetings, my love.
Most glorious hero, thank the Squid Star I found you. I have been confounded by the most fiendish riddle. A riddle that has vexed me for days, nay, weeks. The riddle of how to change the ringtone on my new smartphone. This interface is more torturous than my palace labyrinth.
For real, you grab the prince's phone, change his ringtone to Butts, 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 All About Those Butts by the Booty Bros.
My hero, what seems difficult to me is a trivial to you, and you even guessed which ringtone I desired, a true all-time classic from the 6th dimension. There is only one way I can repay you, by bestowing upon you a superpower of your choice. I can do that. I am the prince of another dimension. I can do all kinds of crazy things you don't know about.
All kinds of crazy things besides use his phone, apparently. And he really only gives you 2 superpower options.
Telepathy or an ass that won't quit. I mean, telepathy is cool, but sometimes an ass that won't quit, just as cool. Ah yes, the choice of a true gentle monster.
With a wave of his magic wang, the prince imbues your ass with boundless work ethic. By day, your ass amazes your classmates and creepy teachers. By night, it does your homework for you. All that work makes your bun super tight, and you gain +4 charm.
Nice. But, I wonder what's gonna happen now that we've got some wicked sweet weird drugs. So no outdoors, because that would ruin everything. So let's go to the auditorium. That seems like a great place to do drugs.
After all that, you manage to find a moment of privacy to admire your new drugs, which is something you do because you're a weirdo. But it turns out your privacy wasn't actually that private, because here comes Polly and Scott.
Ah, those drugs! Oh my god, share those drugs! Well, there's only one way to find out! You're right, Scott! NYOMP!
That's the sound Polly makes when she eats a bunch of drugs out of your hand, also known as NYOMP.
I was gonna say we should ask Beef if they were drugs, but I guess there are 2 ways. Shh, Scott, be quiet. You're saying too many punctuation marks.
What? What's a punctuation mark? Oh.
Oh no, you're doing it more. Wait, I'm doing it too. I can't stop. I broke her voice by... That's not even her voice. We're all made of punctuation marks, don't you see? No! Whatever, dude, I'm gonna go on a mystical journey into my own subconscious. See you never!
But just 2 short hours later.
And that's when I realized we're not real monsters. We're characters in a video game. I can tell by the tone of your voice that this is a huge news. This is no time for your endearing naivete, Scott. Everything we ever known is a lie. Even pizza? Especially pizza. And that breaks my heart. Oh no, I don't want to live in a world where pizza is a lie. Me neither, bro. That's a mood. Ugh. This can't be true. I won't let it.
You don't want to believe it either, but something tells you that Polly's right. Maybe it's the extreme zaniness of your daily life, or maybe it's the fact that your entire personality is represented by 5 constantly shifting numbers. Either way, you know in your fictional bones that Polly is right. You've just got to prove it, but how? Let's walk to the limits of reality and then walk some more, or turn off the game. So, if your boldness is smarter than your smarts, which is a sentence I say sometimes, then you're going to want to go with let's walk. If your smarts are greater than your boldness, you're going to want to turn off the game. So let's turn off the game.
Ugh.
Turn off the... How?
Oh, that's easy. You do it all the time. You restart the application.
Really? Y'all just going to... I edited in a fake out. And y'all... just doing a fake out on me? Really? Really? I saw it coming. You can't fake me out. I saw it coming. I edited that in before you even did that. So get out of here. I can't believe I called that joke. I mean, for you guys it makes sense, but I left an actual pause for the option for turning off the game, and then, it's just great. It's great. I'm glad they added that in. Oh, that made my day. What in Timothy Leary's name just happened? The lights went out and I suddenly didn't care about friendship or peeing or sports at all. I wish I could not care about peeing, but I like peeing so much. I died. I fucking died and I'm already dead. I'm scared, Polly. Me too, Scott. Me too. But it's gonna be okay, buddy. It is? Are you gonna fix it, Polly? No, Scott. I'm way, way, way too high. And you're you. But we're gonna get out of here somehow, alright?
Uh-huh, sure you are. You have +2 smarts and +1 charm. See if that helps.
It's not gonna help. We're all trapped here in a never-ending cycle of bad crap happening.
Sure.
You know what? The auditorium seems like a great place to do drugs. That's another one of my favorites from this episode right there.
But what are you worried about any of that bullshit for? Reality is a lie. You've got to do something. You round up Polly and Scott and go to the smartest person you know for help.
God damn it, it's gonna be Liam, isn't it? Oh god, it's very good, it's Vera. Not oh god. Oh god, it's Vera. She scares me. I have fear boners. Vera, we need your help.
What?
What?
Reality is not what it seems.
Polly, what have I told you about asking me for help while you're on drugs?
But this time I'm on drugs and correct about a thing.
Bye.
What now, Polly? Vera was our best chance. She's like the smartest girl I know. But I know someone else. He's not the second smartest person in the world. Damn, most times I'm pretty sure he's not even the smarter than me. But as long as he's soberer than me, he might be able to help. Liam, my man, thank God you're here. We need your help. You're like the smartest person in the world, right?
Excuse me? Why did it take you so long to say that?
Because such a title requires some anticipation. Get it? It's like a reference or something.
Indeed it does.
Shut up, Liam. What's important is that our entire world is actually a video game, and we need your help to figure out what to do about it.
That's ridiculous. I'm not entertaining this idiocy without some kind of proof. Please, Liam, please. Scott, what have I told you about asking me for help while simultaneously humping my leg?
I mean, that's probably a good strategy. Let's see how it works out for him.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm scared.
You're all scared. That's why you've got to find a way to convince Liam of the terrifying truth.
So, Okay, Liam, we'll leave you alone. All you have to do is raise your right hand. It's true, I swear. You can see it at monsterprom.pizza. Legit, that is the URL. So, our second choice is, if our creativity is better than our smarts, we go ahead and we ask him to raise his right hand. If we are smarter than creative, we go ahead and say you can see it at monsterprom.pizza. So let's go ahead and say, bro, you can see it at monsterprom.pizza.
What? Someone stole my idea for a devastatingly iconic novelty URL? I must review this travesty.
Liam whips out his phone and navigates to monsterprom.pizza, your #1 source for all things Monster Prom.
It's true. How did you know about this?
I don't know, dude. Everybody's always talking about Monster Prom, so we figured that would be in the URL.
And then we added pizza because I like pizza, even though it isn't real.
Pizza is totally real, Scott. Don't worry. I will prove to you pizza is still real.
There's a picture of me here going to prom with Vera.
You sly dog. I didn't know you were into her.
I wasn't. I mean, I'm not, unless I was programmed to be. I don't know what to believe anymore. But forget about Vera. This is terrible.
I know, right? We're trapped in a freaking video game when we could be out there living our own lives.
Also, pizza isn't real.
Scott fighting for the real issues.
No, not that. This video game, it's so derivative. I mean, it's obviously a ripoff of indie sensation The Yogg, an objectively superior game both for its artistry and its impossible to spell name.
I think that's actually true. I think they actually did take some inspiration from The Yogg.
Of all the video games for me to be trapped in, I end up in a comedy dating sim, the lowest form of entertainment. If I'm going to be in a video game, it had better be an art game. You know, one of those games that you're not sure is actually fun or a game. Fellow prisoners, we have been held captive too long. I'm off to break us free, or at least get us transferred into a better game.
You gain +1 boldness, and +1 fun, and +1 charm, and +1 smarts, and who cares anymore if this is just a video game? Those stats mean nothing to the grand scheme of things.
Then just max out my stats at 99, bro. Just do it. Do it. Do it.
Sure.
So once again, doesn't matter who we sit with, so let's go see what the Interdimensional Prince has got to offer us today.
You're just about to take a bite of your sandwich when some douchebag rips a hole in the fabric of reality.
Greetings, my
It is
love.
I, the Interdimensional Prince. I have searched far and wide for a hero capable of solving a most fiendish riddle for me. The riddle of how to get my TV to switch from HDMI 1 to HDMI 2. I've tried everything short of actually using the remote control.
You heave a deep sigh and accompany the prince to his dimension, where you solve his problem by using the remote control.
You truly are both wise and generous, and as a thank you, please allow me to teach you one of my kingdom's customary rituals. Perhaps laser communion might interest you, or reverse baptism, or eggies. The choice is yours. Fuck that, let's make up our own ritual, or how about the ritual where you give me a pile of money and go away? I lost all my money for these drugs, so how about that money? Oh, you mean the right of poor fiscal decision-making? I didn't know you were so well versed in the ways of my people. Of course, I'd be glad to demonstrate.
The prince dresses up in a golden onesie and hires a chorus of monks to chant, "Why are you doing this?" Well, he hands you a huge stack of cash. The exchange rate of interdimensional dollars to actual money isn't great, maybe because he keeps doing this, but you still gain +4 money.
Nice. Now we're not so poor, and also we have the drugs, which is the most important thing,
sure.
after all, is that we have these sweet, sweet drugs. And I don't know about you, but I just think the auditorium's a great place to do drugs.
There you are!
We've been looking all over for you. Where the hell have you been?
What are you doing engaging in a run-of-the-mill high school shenanigans when reality as itself is a hoax?
Don't jump all over his metaphorical dick, Liam. We need his help.
We gotta get out of here, Beef. We gotta escape to reality, where the pizza is real and the
Musicals are also real? I mean, musicals or muscles. I mean, Scott might appreciate both.
and the muscles are real.
We've tried everything we could think of, except for, actually petitioning on petition.org, but whatever.
I wrote a fierce takedown of Monster Prom on my blog, hoping to eviscerate this vile game with my knife-sharp critical faculties.
I tried doing a bunch of really inappropriate shit, but it turns out this game has absolutely no content standards.
I ran really hard at a wall and fell down.
Good job, Scott. Good job.
I never thought I'd say this, but I'm out of ideas.
But then we thought, hey, Beef seems to know a lot about reality.
Yeah, almost a suspicious amount.
So we figured, even if we could find a way out of here, maybe you could.
Don't you fucking try it, Beef. I see you eyeing those options, and I am not pleased.
I'm not option. What options? What options? I ain't got no options. What options? Maybe there's a secret way out. Have you tried looking behind you? Or we can't escape all on our own. We need the help of someone from the outside. If your creativity stat is higher than your charm, you go ahead and you pick the first option. If your charm is higher, you go ahead and you pick the second option. And our charm is 13 and our creativity is 10. So let's go with we can't escape all on our own. We need the help of someone from the outside.
Are you suggesting we crowdsource our escape plan?
That's not specifically what Beef was suggesting, but hell yes!
Brilliant! I'll use my years of experience starting very influential blogs to create a website. www.escapemonsterprom.pizza.
Homework of the day. Go see if escapemonsterprom.pizza is real. I'm going to do it immediately after this. And who knows, there might be like an interjection right about here, if it is. Escapemonsterprom.pizza is real. Let's enter our name. Comment. Oh, so tasty, so clean. So good. And we select the little creative man. Oh, hi. We are Polly, Scott, and Liam, so it seems we're characters in a video game, which is totally not cool. Please help us. What's the secret to Escape Monster Prom? We've hit submit, and now we wait. I encourage everyone else at home to go to escapemonsterprom.pizza and send in their ways of how to escape the game. And if it wasn't real, nothing would have happened, so, oh well. I'll use my innate sense of style to keep your website from looking like a sad sack of piece of garbage.
Hey!
Some dumb amount of time later.
There, the website's all set up.
And look, we already have a suggestion for how to escape.
What's in Bronaldo the Monster Smoocher?
Bronaldo, the monster smoocher, says, the exit from the video game is inside my pants. Lol.
Somehow, I don't think that will have the desired effect.
It depends on whose desires you're talking about, I guess.
Great.
Don't be sad, you guys. It's okay. That's just one suggestion. I'm sure we'll get loads more ones soon. In the meantime, let's just be grateful we have a friend like Beef to give us hope in these pizzaless times.
Bro, I will get you all the freaking pizza in the world. Just reach through the screen and take my hand. Take my hand, Scott. Yeah, thanks for participating in our existential crisis, Beef. You're a real mensch.
I too wish to express gratitude, but not in a lame way. Thanks, or something.
Oh, how sweet. Almost makes up for the fact that you'll be trapped in here forever. Nerds. What's that? Oh, sure, you can have +2 boldness and +1 creativity. It hardly matters anymore. It's not like I'm even trying anymore. I'm just phoning this shit in.
And so, if you've done this route properly, you can ask Scott, Polly, or Liam to prom. I think we're just going to ask Polly because she's the one who
Polly
broke that
time.
story, you know? She's the one who ate those drugs from me and really kicked this thing off. So let's do it.
Sure.
Let's see what happens.
Really?
Prom? Boo, who the fuck cares about Monster Prom? Reality is a lie.
Yeah, Monster Prom is the only hideous reason for which we exist. Pizza isn't real.
No, we still need to find a way to escape. If prom is so close, that means reality will turn off again soon. I can't stand the nothingness again, Beef. It hurts my soul.
Wait, if you look closely in this direction, it looks like there's a thin wall of glass.
Oh.
It's true. It's the exit. Let's go.
No, it's meaningless. Their attempt at escaping is yet another layer of their coded prison. They thought they had broken the cycle by realizing it was all a lie, but it was just another wacky charade. Who cares? They'll forget everything the next time you play. Or will they? In any case, you need to face the fact that once you turn off the game, you'll be throwing them back into the horrible nothingness, you sadistic sicko. The only way to spare them from that suffering would be to play Monster Prom forever.
And we are most likely to be replaced by an evil version of themselves with no one realizing. Ah, it's so true. I am that boring. Least corporeal student. Way to go, Polly. Way to go. But we got that new secret ending, new events, and 4 new outcomes. Hooray! But that is how you get the meta prom ending for Monster Prom, which is kind of like a secret ending. It's not like a secret character ending, but a secret ending nonetheless. And so we're going to pay attention to this because maybe it'll change. Those 3 weeks were maybe the best and most epic and absurd of our weeks of our lives. After the Monster Prom, we kept on living our lives, falling in love. That doesn't seem different. And you know what? Life happened. That doesn't seem... Polly's drug cooking skills proved useful and she became a chemist. Yeah, this doesn't seem different. Calculaster uploaded his mind into the net and finally became the internet. Damien found peace in the most unexpected way. Yeah, so none of this sounds different. For those 3 weeks, the battle for Monster Prom, yeah, but once again, all the same. And we'll go ahead and we'll skip right past this, because you never know. And we've unlocked 1 new images in the gallery, because we still have to go farm for outcomes and stuff before we can get the next secret student. But thank you all for joining me on this wacky adventure. Oh, there's Blobbert. Oh, on the screen right there, bottom left. Well, middle bottom left. Oh, now he's in the middle left, right here. Mouse it. Yeah, Blobbert's a good boy. Just have to say hi to him every now and then. It's been a while since I've seen Blobbert, okay? He was the goodest boy. But thank you all for joining me on this episode of Monster Prom Secret Route. Some very weird drugs. And on the next episode, I'm going to keep grinding out, try and get all those secret characters, and hopefully we'll get one of the 2 remaining last characters, I believe, for the secret endings. And if you yourself want to check out all the guides, I have them in the links below. So go ahead, check out. There's some really good links down and below. I keep the links to the strategy guides for these. So if you want to do them yourselves and you don't know which stats you need, you know, and I haven't done them yet, you can do them yourself. Or if you just want to hit subscribe, or if you want to check out some other playlists, or link to my Twitter or Instagram, go ahead. I do some pretty cool stuff over there sometimes. I say some funnies, I link some good stuff, and I even try to retweet when some sales go on for games that I've played. So that's some cool stuff I try and keep you guys in the loop on. But thank you all for joining me on this episode of Monster Prom Second Term DLC here on Bite Size Beefs. And until next time,
They're all going to be in horrendous pain while the nothing takes them. Ha ha ha!